Buongiorno, ciao tutti. Welcome back to Appa's Kitchen on the Road. I just recorded a whole segment of a video where I didn't press record. Good news is today it's not windy. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Just perfect. I can see Sicily on the other side of the Strait of Messina here. Let me show you how pretty it looks. Here it is. All right, so between yesterday and today, this morning, I spent a few hours trying to figure out what I was going to do today. When I finally had it figured out, a new wrinkle appeared. So there's been a change of plans. So I was going to go to Messina, which is right there on the other side of the strait in Sicily. I was all set to have a really huge, big, fat cannolo. I mean, it's right there. Why can't I get a cannoli here? I think I can, but ChatGPT is really failing me these days. Hang on. Somebody was walking here. So anyway, yesterday I was asking ChatGPT how to get to Messina. It told me that there was a port nearby that I could walk to. That's where I was headed yesterday, and then I changed my plans and I went to Cesare and got a gelato, and then I went to the museum, and then I had an aperitivo and I got drunk, and then I went out for pizza later, which I didn't film. Why are these cars so noisy? So then this morning I started again trying to figure this out, because what I was left with last night was that I had to take the train to Villa San Giovanni. I'm gonna walk this way. So I was all set to do that today. I asked again how to get to Messina, and this time I'm told again that from Porto di Calabria, which is right down here, near Cesare, not far from Cesare. So I said, are you sure? Because I thought I had to go to Villa San Giovanni. ChatGPT said, that's a very good question. I like when it affirms me. I get affirmations that I'm a smart person for asking these questions. So anyway, what I then discovered was there are two ports to go to Messina. One for trains and cars, which is from Villa San Giovanni, and the other for pedestrians, which is from here, Porto di Calabria. Oh, Maron. All right, so got that settled. Then trying to find the ferry schedule. Asked several times, got several links. Finally, I got the link for the ferry company. And I looked at today's schedule, and the first time was 10:50 a.m. I went back to ChatGPT. I said, this doesn't seem right. Got this whole roundabout answer. So then ChatGPT sent me the schedule, the full schedule for today. So there were a few ferries in the morning, and then a little break. What the hell is she beeping at? There's nobody here. A little break, And then ferry at 10:50 and like 11 something. So there's a little break in the morning. There's like, I guess, a morning commute, and then for tourists, whatever. All right, so I had that settled. So I was all set to take the 10:50 ferry. So now I had time to kill. So I said, well, let me see if I can find a video on YouTube with some highlights, so I'll be prepared. Because, you know, here at Appa's Kitchen, we do very careful research before we take our trips. This is new, but it's so you, the viewer, don't have to suffer while I walk around cursing and getting lost. All right, so I found this video. Goofy American guy with one of those hats. One of those hats that screams, I'm a tourist, I'm a white tourist, because it's like totally covering all of his head and covering the back of his neck, and he looks like an idiot. Completely mispronouncing everything, arancini, and like, yeah, just terrible pronunciation of everything. But good job, whoever he was, you know, he had lots of like different shots and voiceovers. And so guess who his video was for? People on cruise ships. So then I was like, well, wait a minute. It's a port for cruise ships. Is there going to be a cruise ship there today? Because I'll tell you, it was a total zoo where he was filming people getting off the cruise ships, thousands of taxi drivers and tour guides and hop on, hop off buses. It was really not what I was expecting. So I asked ChatGPT, is there a cruise ship docking today? Oh yes, 7 a.m., 5,000 people. No way am I going to go somewhere where 5,000 people are getting off of a boat in 3/4 length shorts and comfortable shoes. So I asked, when can I go when there are no cruise ships? Gave me the schedule. Hope it's right. So it looks like Saturday will be a safe day. So then I was back to square one. What am I going to do today? I really had my heart set on a cannoli. So then I started asking for, where can I go and get a coffee and pastry? I have so much food in my refrigerator, so I'm going to eat lunch at home. But I figured I'd come down here, find a nice pasticieria, get a cappuccino and a pastry. We went round and round and round. First of all, it's giving me a place on my street, Oficina del Gusto. It's only open for dinner, 8 p.m. Like, why are you telling me this when it's closed? Then it gives me another place. It's like a 30-minute walk. Okay, I said that's too far. Then it listed a few other places. Malavenda, the place that I went for the aperitivo yesterday, which was okay, but Sottozero, which is the place that the guy in little shop recommended. So I don't know where I'm going, but I'm down here, Corso Garibaldi. I just found this little side street here to finish this part of the video. I'm going to do another Google search. Turns out this time Google was much more helpful than ChatGPT, because ChatGPT kept listing places that were either too far or were closed. So I'm going to do another Google search, this time for cannoli, see what I can find, and then I'll show you where I end up. All right, Google Maps came up with nothing, 0 for cannoli. So I'm going to go to Sottozero, which is here on Corso Vittorio Emmanuele. It is ice cream pasticieria. See what they have. Maybe I won't get a cannolo, but I'll get something. I'm gonna walk along Lungomare first. I'm walking on this very irregular, uneven walkway here. I want to get to Lungomare and show you how pretty Sicily looks today. I think I can see Mount Etna, but I'm not sure. And there's traffic. Well, there's traffic. What can I say? It's so pretty. Look at this. It's very clear. Beautiful day. The water's nice and calm. So I think that's Mount Etna, or maybe Mount Etna is down there. Is it that big thing? No, that might be it. Like huge. We need to step out here. How pretty this is. And I think the ferry terminal that I want to go to is just right over there. Let me see if I can't really see that thing. I don't know if you can see it. That. I think that's Mount Etna. And I believe if I walk down here, I'm not going to be able to see any better. Anyway, really pretty. Alright, so I'm going to walk here on Lungomare, and then Sottozero should be over there somewhere. So another place that ChatGPT was telling me about was Villa Zerbi, which is this old palazzo that was kind of a Venetian Gothic style. Sounded nice. They have a world-renowned pastry chef, gardens. On further exploration, I found they don't open till like 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Like, why are you telling me these things that are closed? See, I was a little bit irritated with ChatGPT this morning. So that's the deal here today in Appa's Kitchen on the road. I love Reggio Calabria. Absolutely love it. It's just the perfect place to hang out, really slow travel, not a whole lot to do. Went to the museum yesterday and saw the bronzes. Glad I did it, but you know, other than those 2 bronze statues, it's just a bunch of pottery shards, whatever. There's a Bergamotto Museum, which I might check out. You know, there are restaurants and stuff. Not a whole lot to do here, which is fine by me. It's just nice to come down here and take a walk. All right, my phone is telling me to turn right onto the path here. I don't see any sign of Sottozero, but let me check, see what I'm supposed to do. This is Villa Zerbi. So imagine having that home with this view. Not that view, this view. Pretty nice, huh? And apparently all this stuff is built after the 1908 earthquake, so fairly new. All right, here it is. I passed this before. There's all this construction. Right past Villa Zerbi. I wonder if this is also Sottozero. Aperitivo, pizza, cafe, cocktails, gelato, crepes. I don't know if they have pastries. Yeah. Alright, so I ordered, I kind of chose what I wanted over there, but then had to come over here to order. So I just took a picture and showed her the picture. It's kind of hard to choose, you know, everything looked good, really pretty desserts, no cannolis though. And of course, I didn't ask. So I was looking at one, it was called Encanto, it was bergamotto. It was like a mousse. And then he pointed to this other one, Daphne. He said it's all local flavors. Bergamotto, orange, I don't know what else. So that's what I got. So there were other people here, very perfumed. So now I got the whole place to myself. So it's nice. I'm right here on Lungomare. It's enclosed, so windy days, you're protected from the wind. And I like that it's really quiet right now. So I kind of would like to be on Corso Garibaldi, like sitting on the street, just so I could watch people walking by. I love watching these people. They crack me up. But this is where I am. So this is going to be the food for today. A little crazy video this morning. And it's just such a beautiful day. I don't know, I might just walk down Lungomare to the other end. I've never been to that end. I think there are remnants of a Greek wall down there. And it'll just be a nice walk, and then make my way back up the hill for lunch and my siesta. And then I don't know about dinner and anything after that, but this is going to be the only video I'm making today. So I'm planning to go to Messina on Saturday, and then Tuesday I'm going to Napoli. So I have a couple more days just kind of hanging around here. Don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm totally fine. Not doing anything. I'm on vacation. Alright, I'll be back when my dessert gets here. Alright, here it is. And this is Villa Genoese Zerbi, Villa Zerbi. Alright, it's before 11. I'm having a cappuccino. Let's see what we got here. So I see pistachios. It's like a shortbread crust and some layers. Different things going on here. I don't know if I just filmed that part or not. So it's very fancy, it's very rich. It's good. I can't wait to go over there though and get a cannoli. I'm a simple kind of guy, you know. I don't like this fancy schmancy stuff. It's very refined. So a lot of different flavors. Heavy on the citrus. It's nice. Well, what are the odds? I just met 3 people from New Jersey. They came in, they looked like New Jersey, but they came in, the guy took off his jacket, and I was like, is that an Eagles t-shirt? So I'm sitting there looking at them, trying to listen to see if they were speaking English or not. I couldn't really tell. But they just had that look. They were obviously Italian, but they had that American look to them. So finally, I finished. I got up. I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. So I walked around. And I said, excuse me, I have to see your t-shirt. Is that Eagles? He said, yeah. So then I showed him my t-shirt. And they said, oh, we're from New Jersey. We live in New Jersey. So they live in Millville, New Jersey. They knew Paulsboro, where I'm from. So they're Calabrese. They were born here. One of them left when he was 9, the other was 12, and then the woman left when she was 20. They come back regularly. So cute. All right, so that was my little pasticieria. I don't know how you say pastry. I'm going to take a walk here down Lungomare. Just enjoy this view. It's very relaxing, very chill. Really beautiful day. I'm not going to say goodbye yet because I might find something. Alright, so it looks like this is the end of Lungomare here. The official Lungomare promenade. And then it goes down. I'm just going to keep walking. I think eventually I'll get to Centrale, the central station. And I'm pretty sure that is Etna. Straight ahead. It's really huge, but unfortunately you can't see it because of the clouds. And then once I get down here, there are going to be trees, so not going to see it. No. I've never walked out here in the morning. I usually come in the evening. It's quite a different crowd. It's all the retirees. They fit right in. In the evening, it's a younger crowd, people jogging, a little bit better shape. Anyway, it's really pretty. It's just a beautiful day. It's warm. It's like low 70s, but it feels warmer than that. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. So this is where I was walking. My first day when I came here, I was on the other side of these train tracks and I couldn't figure out how to get over here. Now I don't know how I'm going to get over there. I might have to walk all the way back up again. I don't know how good of an idea this is, but what else am I going to do today? Alright, so I came out to this path right along the sea. It's really pretty. There's the water right there. Here's a sign that says Reggio Calabria, so of course we have to take pictures in front of it to prove that we were here. And then once they're done, I'm going to take a picture of the sign. Alright, so that's Central Station there. And I just asked Google Maps for directions because I really thought there was an exit that came out here, but it's a 9-minute walk. I have to go all the way up and around, so I'm going to turn around, walk back. Kind of a dead end here, but it was a really pretty walk. And now I know where Mount Etna is, so it's down there. Down there, that big kind of gray shadow, you can't see the top. It's kind of hazy, and the top is covered with clouds. So how was that for a different experience here in Reggio Calabria? You know, there really aren't that many videos. I've looked. I found one good one and then I couldn't find it again. A local guy. And then I found this other one. You know, the videos are funny because they're really good, I have to admit, compared to my minimally produced and edited rambles. This young guy who did a food tour, Maron, the junk that he ate, everything was fried. He went to this one place, he got this whole bunch of food. He's like, €2, only €2. Just a bunch of fried dough and shit. And then he went and he had ice cream and, oh my God. He got a assortment of cookies. To be young. Between the shit that I ate yesterday and this pastry that I had today, I just gained 50 pounds. All right, so I'm gonna walk back. Nothing else to see here. But there's this really pretty walkway if you come to the end of Lungomare. You can walk along the coast here. I don't know if this is officially the sea. It's a strait. So what is a strait? It's a connection between two seas. Because it kind of opens up again down there. And it opens up there. I don't know, they didn't teach me this stuff in geography class. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna say goodbye. Ciao for now. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna give you one more look here. Beautiful Reggio Calabria and Messina and the Strait of Messina. Well, let me get out of this parking lot first and then I'll give you one more look. Because there's some kind of a van that's like rolling right in front of me. say.